A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pak G. Right, I am from Kaching Mall. Today, I would like to review on the new model of the iPhone 13 Pro. Since we have received a lot of recommendations and also a lot of questions for the people who would like to know more about the design and also on the functionality wise of this iPhone 13, right? So today we are very glad to open up and to unbox this iPhone 13 Pro, and we will have an in-depth details on how does the design wise and on the specification wise that we have seen on the commercial for Apple. Okay, so let's try to unbox it. First of all, we see that on the design from the previous model that iPhone or Apple have, it have a very subtle changes in terms of the design of the box itself. For the mini and also the ordinary iPhone Flip model, you can see that color of the box is white, right? So for as of the Pro and also the Pro Max, you might expect to see that the box still black in color. Okay, so the one that I'm holding in front of the camera right now is the iPhone 13 Pro. Okay, so it is black in color. Okay, the color which signifies the flagship for this iPhone 13 at this moment is in Sierra Blue in color. Okay, the one that I'm holding now is in Sierra Blue in color, which you might not have seen it in any of the flip for the iPhone before. So let's try to unbox it, shall we? All right, first of all, okay, over here, the difference is that you need to tear open, okay, on the box, okay, right, and then you can open it like this. So you can see there's Sierra Blue color iPhone 13, okay. Over here, it is standard design packaging that we have for Apple, right? And as well, if you have seen it over here, if you open it, then you will be having a standard charger, okay, which I already take it out. Might as well that you are seeing this pin, which you will get on every packaging for standard iOS model, right? And also the guidebook, of course, okay. But unfortunately for this time, it doesn't provide any of the adapter for the charging on this new model. However, they will provide the original cable for the charging of your phone. Okay, right, without further ado, we shall look at the design of our new Sierra Blue iPhone 13 Pro. Okay, well, I can say that the blue color that is having on its appearance over here signifies that this is a new model for the iPhone 13 Pro, okay, which you might see only for this model, right? You shall as well get it from iPhone 13 Pro Max, okay. So the things that makes me feels very what we call that makes me very fond of this new design is like it's the same like the iPhone 12 on the predecessor model, okay, as compared to the iPhone 12. The same, okay, you can see that, okay, there is a shape, not a rounded shape that you might see on the iPhone 11 or iPhone 11 Pro or Pro Max. Okay, it's almost the same like the 12 inch, but the only difference is that you can see the screen is as much as 6.1 inch LED. Okay, right, so I would like to try to review a little bit on the side button. So the side button for the switch on and off is still the same. Okay, how about for the switch on and off for the audio is over here, okay. And then as well, you might see the volume up and down is by the side. In terms of functionality, it's still the same, right? On below here, you can see that it is a standard same charging capability. However, it can support fast charging as well. Okay, so let's try to turn on the device. So the good thing about having this kind of Pro size, you don't have to use both hands in order to hold it. Using one hand is more than sufficient in order to grip it nicely on your palm. Okay, so now we already open. Okay, okay, so at the moment you can set up your Face ID the same when you first log into your iPhone model. Okay, the things that I really fond of regarding the transition of the new model of this iPhone 13 Pro is that it is very smooth, which you have never experienced before on the previous model, which I will guarantee with 120 Hz improvement in terms of the promotion rate. You will feel that it is much smoother. It is much smoother. You can scroll through to see and browse through your apps easily, right? So this is one of the very good winning point of owning one of the iPhone 13 model, right? And I can say that for the new model as compared to the previous one, it is accomplished with the A15 Bionic chip, which is much faster processor and can support fast charging capability, right? Some of you might be thinking, for this iPhone 13, well, will the battery will deplete easily? Okay, so the answer is no, right? It have much leap of higher energy for the energy saving, right? So you can see that your battery can last longer, right? As long as more than 12 hours, right? If you turn it on continuously. So you don't have to worry on the energy that is being used, on the electric that is being used on your phone, okay? So one of the good feature that I really like on this iPhone 13 Pro or Pro Max, okay, is the camera function. As well, you can see that the design over here, we have a larger lens, okay? Look at like the predecessor model, the lens is much smaller, but few mm, alright? But the major difference that you might be seeing over here is in terms of the camera, okay? In terms of the camera, you can sense and you can experience that the brightness of the screen and the vibrance that is provided over here on display on this LED 6.1 inch is much sharper, is much brighter, right? This is what I can promise and this is what I can guarantee on the new design, right? And then over here, comparing with other user-friendly interface on the photo, on the video, and we have the new features which we might find on this iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max, which is the cinematic view, right? So on the cinematic view, I'm gonna show you on what is the difference it will make comparing with the normal video footage and also using a cinematic view, right? If you guys are looking to purchase, right, at least you need to purchase with a 256 gig size of handphone, right? 256 gig, because it will consume a lot of space when you using the cinematic function. Because for cinematic function, of course, you have high frame rate, you have higher quality of videos, and then you need to have a bigger storage, right? That's why in this newer model, the iPhone 13 Pro Max can reach up to 1 tera of a size and a capacity. So look at this, right? On our personal opinion, right, by holding it and by using it, right, by experiencing on the app itself, it have much faster capability, right? If you browse through the App Store and looking for your app function, and when you try to download while connecting to the Wi-Fi or using your own mobile line, right, the download speed is much faster, which we can guarantee over here, right? This is the experience that the user wants to have, the experience of using it with a very minimalist simplicity, modern, and also a fast concept, right? Okay, so I'm not going to do a side-by-side comparison, but in brief, previously the model that I'm using is the iPhone 11 Pro Max. This is in a graphite color, okay? This is a iPhone 13 Pro, okay? This is a very big, as a handheld to hold in one device and to answer a call, this is quite big. Having a 13 Pro, right, I can say that this is much a grand satisfaction that you might have on a single device, right? From the camera, from the battery timing, and also from the app functionality, and also the smoothness of the app inside the phone will not be compromised. So if you would like to purchase any of the phone products that we have, especially by Apple, right, you can go to our page in Kaching Mall, because we provided an easy installment every month, okay, in order for you to get your intended phone with a lower monthly installment, right, which the cost that we will provide over here in Kaching Mall, okay? By time, we will also review each of the phone or gadgets in our live and also in our YouTube studio. So you must not forget to subscribe to our channel in YouTube and also in TikTok, right? So I hope to see you guys soon on our next video. We will try on the cinematic mode, okay? Thank you very much for watching. Thank you. So this is a standard video definition that I'm using on iPhone 12 Pro, okay? This is using iPhone 12 Pro with a 4K quality with a 60 frame per second, okay? As you can see over here, this is the quality of the video that you might see on the iPhone 12 Pro. So right now I'm turning on the cinematic mode on the iPhone 13 Pro, okay? If you can see, there's a very big difference in terms of how it captures the video very well. On the foreground color, it has more vibrant and also very sharp. Whilst on behind, you can see that there's a blurry background, and while you zoom on it, right, you might see that there is in-depth details of the texture and also the clarity by using the cinematic mode on the iPhone 13 Pro. If you switch on the phone, right, it is very smooth. I can say that this is the overall user experience that you would like to see on the new iPhone model. It is very smooth, right? The transition in between is very smooth. From the cinematic view, from the photo, everything, it looks much more subtle and also simplified in terms of usage, right? And the definition is much more enhanced, right? And if you are browsing through the App Store, right, if you are downloading on any application inside here, I can say that the download rate is very fast. It has improved in terms of the 5G capability on downloading things up. In terms of the battery life, you can see that on the iPhone 13 Pro, right, looking at the screen over here, right, you can see that the battery life is much higher as compared to the iPhone 11 Pro Max, okay? It consumes that much of battery that nobody could imagine, which on the iPhone 13 Pro, it is so much enhanced on the battery timing. Well, this is a very good choice for you. Let's try the panoramic function for this iPhone 12 Pro on the left hand side and also the 13 Pro on the right hand side. Okay, let's move up very slowly. Right. So let's have a look how is the final product. Okay, so on the right side is the iPhone 13 Pro. In terms of the details and definition, it is very sharp and very smooth. And this is for the iPhone 12 Pro. Okay, there's quite a jaggy and shadow on the lines. Okay, as you can see over here, there's a shaggy line over here, right, which you might not see it on iPhone 13 Pro. iPhone 13 Pro